Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, and mindset. In particular, how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, please stay. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. But it looks like everybody is here that I know. I hope I got the volume on and stuff. Y'all have to tell me. You already know. You know what the play is. I just woke up from a nap, and so I'm here. I'm so glad to see everybody. Hey, Elle. Hey, D. Hey, Dixie. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Yvette. My sisters are all here. And I think my brother was here. Hey, Nights in Egypt. Hey, brother. I love my brother. I have the best brothers in the whole wide world. I hope y'all got good folks around you. I've got great sisters around me and my brother. Hey, Kathy. It's so good to see you guys. So we're my favorite sound. Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. Next to chi-ching, chi-ching. Those are my favorite sounds. Um, I guess tonight we'll be looking at whatever you guys want to look at, to be honest with you. I'm going to buy one more share of SCHD. I'll be looking at the ETFs. Hey, Chanel, I know. Ding, 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 girl. Ching, ching, ching. Went the bank. So we'll be looking. I have SCHD pulled up right away. So hey, C Tim. Let me see. Y'all got my phone on. Y'all don't be trying to do so many things. Okay, I figured that's what it was. See, Tim, I got it. I got it. I'm posting. I got some exciting news to share with you all too. So let me bring up this chart and let's see where we are for the night. If there's something that you want me to look at, drop it in the chat. If there is I was going to say, definitely if there's a ticker you want us to look at, drop it in the chat. And if you have a question, put Q's in front of your question. That'll make it easier for me and Marilyn. And Marilyn, I'm not sure if you can post the question up, but if you can, that'd be great. I'm going to run this banner under here because, as usual, we're trying to get 1,000 Black women signed up for brokerage accounts so that you can get into the stock market. So, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get with it. Let me share my screen. And let's see. I think the first thing we're going to be looking at is SCHD. Yeah. And so, we have been talking about this price level here. SCHD had been having trouble getting above $77. And it's still, I think overnight it got up to like 77.42. But you see, it's back down to 76. That's a pretty strong price level. So I don't know. So let's see what's happening in the first 5 minutes. I'm going to pull this down to a 3-minute chart because I like to watch on the 3-minute chart, or sometimes I go even lower than the 3-minute chart. And you all know my internet is still janky. So if I pop out, I promise you, I promise, I'm always going to come back. I did get word that my little thingamadoodle, that's my technical term, my thingamadoodle, is the wireless network box thing is somewhere in, it wasn't Hong Kong. Now it's in some little town in Japan. So God only knows, you all. Just we pray for the internet, all that stuff. So, okay, yeah. So SCHD, I'm going to take a peek at there's a tab in Thinkorswim. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I got this right. There's a tab where you can look at like the overall market sentiment. So I'm going to show you that it's Market Watch, and I can look at all the public companies. And so it looks like it's going to be, everybody is pretty green. I don't know why Apple is so red, but maybe some news. I know that it's earnings season, so we'll have to check and see. I want to say Apple, I don't know if they missed the projection for earnings, but everybody else is looking pretty good, all the FANG companies. But that's funny. Why is it green over here and red there? That's funny. But at any rate, if you ever want to look at this, it's under the Market Watch tab, and you have to have this Visualize tab here. And I think if you go to the calendar, it'll tell you, look, yep, dividends. That's what the green thing is. Earnings. Somebody was asking that in our last session, but this, you can come right over here. And so today is Friday the 2nd. You can see which companies have earnings reports that are coming up. And then this is all the stuff, your ETF dividends, What else might you want to know? If there's a stock split coming, earnings, and all that other stuff. So that's just good to know under the calendar tab. But I usually work from this visualize tab because I'm nosy and I want to kind of see, is it a green day? Is it starting out green or is it starting out red? Another thing I like to do is take a peek over at my watch list. I keep my watch list here so I can kind of keep an eye on the things that I'm watching. So let me get back to this chart. Yeah, look at SCHD is just, yeah, man. This price level right here is 76.63. It's just, it's a slow mover. It's not a very volatile moving ticker. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Okay. Hey, Bree. I didn't know that calendar was there. Yeah, yeah. So you can know day by day, but you can also, you'll see it on your watch list. You'll see those little color coded circles there off to right next to the ticker in your, I don't, there is a way to put them on your chart, but I don't like them on my chart. I just don't like a lot of stuff on my chart because it blocks the view. I don't like those little dots, but you can put them actually on the chart. It just gets in the way. You can add a bunch of those things to your chart. And that brings me so naturally right to what I want to talk about tonight. You all, we got some good stuff going on. First of all, we're surrounded by some of the smartest women I personally know. Yvette is going to do some chart stuff, some platform work. Y'all know, you hear me saying the little dingy dingy, that's the limit. That's the extent of my technical talk. Yvette actually worked in tech. And so she's a natural to help take us to the next level with our charts and our platform. So stay tuned because we've got some stuff in the works. Because I don't want us to just, you can only rise as high as the information. Y'all can't grow if all you get from me is the thingy dingies. So Yvette is going to step in that regard and help us all elevate our charting and our knowledge and how nimbly we can move through that platform, because that's important, especially if you're interested in the trading part. So I'm so grateful that we have Yvette in our family because she has agreed to help us out in that area. And so you all know, y'all saw Canisia. Y'all saw, I think that's Canisia's government name. I'm going to always forever in my heart call her C Temp because that's how we met. So C-Temp is also, I'm telling y'all some exciting stuff going on over here. And C-Temp has put together really just an incredible package of just a really great way to present the strategy of credit spreads. And so you all stay tuned because we're growing and we're expanding and we're getting better as talent presents itself. You know what we do? We showcase our talent. We blow under the wings of the women that are in our community. And so I'm so happy that they're willing to step up to the plate because it makes us all better. You all know what I want to do. I want to get this 1,000 Women Challenge off the ground. I want to make sure that we get those basics in, like a basic understanding of the stock market. I like to do that introductory stuff with options. I'm good at that. I know what I'm good at, and I know where there are others that excel, and there are other talents that will make us all better. So you all keep your eyes peeled because those ladies are going to be helping us in both of those areas. I want to learn credit spreads. I want to trade and cook eggs. I do not want to trade and have to sit in front of the computer because I promise y'all, as soon as my little thingy dingy gets here, I'm back at it. So yeah, hey Kadian, it's so good to see you. Hey, I think I said hey L. I just put in an order for a REIT. Which one? L, drop the deets, girl. Which one? Give us the ticker in the chat. I'm gonna create, yeah, let me put this up so y'all can see. Yes, I'm telling y'all. And I think not only do we have like the smartest women around us, y'all, they are so humble. And I'm telling you, I just believe humble is the way. Humble has nothing to do with self-esteem or any of that stuff. Because the most confident people I know are generally pretty humble. You don't see them walking around all puffed up. Yvette is so humble, but when I tell you all, I don't throw that word genius around too lightly. These ladies are super smart, and I'm just honored that they are willing to share their talents with us. So Yvette has some stuff that you can get in and out of your trades quicker. It matters. It really does. I know one way, but she knows multiple ways. Hey, Tasha Journeys. Y'all, Tasha's in the chat. Oh my gosh. Tasha is going to be with me on our first night of Money After Dark. Y'all, we got so much going on. It's so much going on. I'm telling y'all, stay tuned. It is a pleasure to have you with us tonight, sister. So, yep, you all stay tuned. On February the 15th at 8 o'clock p.m., we're going to launch our first episode of Money After Dark. So, y'all, hey, I never get a chance to talk with y'all like this, but SDHD ain't doing nothing. You looking at it, it ain't doing nothing. It's going to hover unless something happens, like there's some big news or something. It's going to hover right around that $76, $77. It's a slower moving ticker, and I'm happy about it. But eventually we will get a chance to look at like some of the other ETFs that we're looking at in class. And I'm in my real account, you guys, so I don't have up our paper money account. I could log out of this and go into our paper money account just so we could see how we're doing, because the market did good yesterday. I got so much I want to share with y'all. The market, I don't know about anybody else, but I made $88 yesterday in the market. Yes, I did. Now we know that those numbers fluctuate up and down, but it's nice to see, we picked some winners. I think we have some really solid ETFs that we're considering. So if you are not in the stock market, if you can see me, if you can hear me, and you are not in the stock market, girl, what are you waiting on? We are here to help you. We are here to assist you to get your money on. Not only that, you guys, I made $25. Also, Yvette shared this with us before, that many of us have multiple brokerage accounts. And that's a good thing. That is not a bad thing. And so I recently moved some money over to Fidelity. I had, always had a little bit, but I moved some more over. But I only paid me $25 yesterday, y'all, for parking my money over there. What? $25. So yesterday I was up over $100. My stocks made 88 something, and then Fidelity paid me $25. Y'all, we talking about drip. We talking about I wasn't doing nothing but sleeping. And now I'm up $100. My rent here, I've shared this with everybody, is no secret. My rent is only $325. And so that money matters. And so that's what we're trying to encourage Black women to do. Your money should be working while you're sleeping. It's nothing like when I pick up my phone and I do this, and it's like, oh gosh, wait a minute. I'm $25 richer than I was 24 hours ago. And I didn't do anything but put my money in the right place. So that's what we're here to help you do. Get your money put in the right place by helping you make informed financial decisions. And we do that by surrounding you with a loving, non-judgmental, gentle, and I owe my sister Kathy an apology, because I don't know what happened with my voice at our session Wednesday, Kathy, but charge it to my head and never, never, never my heart, because I think I might have, y'all know I talk over people. Did y'all grow up? I grew up in a family full of women. Just, it is what it is. It was nothing for us to be sitting around the table and everybody just talks. We don't say, excuse me. We don't wait for the other person to stop talking. We do it like, Black women do. We talk all over each other. So I have to be mindful that everybody didn't grow up like that. And so, Kathy, if I jumped on or if my voice conveyed anything, I promise you, nope, nope, nope. I get excited. That's all it is. Y'all know I'd be like a little puppy. Okay, so Yvette said yes. Yes. Man, y'all, if you have a Fidelity account, I know they pay you to park your money. Y'all know, and I confessed. And that's what I love about this community, because I have not always made the smartest money moves. I'm learning with you guys. That's I'm back. And just like that. And just like that, she's back. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is why I'm not trading too. I think that that's pretty obvious that my internet. Hey, Lisa, it's so good to see you, Lisa. And Lisa's going to, and I'm hoping, listen, I'm just volunteering, Lisa. I hope Lisa's going to join us on a future Money After Dark episode. They will be monthly, you guys. So let me just recap all the goodness that's going on here from Lack to Legacy. One, we started on February the 15th, which is my birthday. We're going to have the first episode of Money After Dark. And that is a new YouTube web series where you can come with your questions. And when I tell y'all, we got a panel of heavy hitters. These are my friends. My friends are smart, y'all. You don't have to know everything. Just get you some smart friends. So my friend Ashley Stepp, she's an attorney. She's going to come, and Ashley is serious about money, you all. But her focus is on elder law. And so if you have some concerns about maybe an aging parent, estate planning, and that kind of stuff, and she does a myriad of things. But Ashley Stepp will be with us. Tasha Journeys. Tasha is a certified public accountant, and Tasha will be there. Simi, I met Simi in Mexico, and Simi's title is like this long. It's so big and so long. She is a global business strategist. Don't kill me, Simi, because I don't know. All I know is she is smart, and she has agreed to come and sit with us. And then Allison Thompson, I met Allison also in Mexico. I met some wonderful people in Mexico. Allison is going to be on the panel with us. So those four beautiful ladies. Allison is a certified financial educator. There's some look, these people got titles and law and letters behind their names. That's all I could tell you. So those four women will join me on the first panel of Money After Dark. And so the whole thing is, you all, to kind of take some of the stuffy out, because you don't want to talk about everything with your financial advisor. Like, nobody's going to be talking to their financial advisor about prenups and that kind of stuff. Like, I got $50,000 worth of debt I haven't told my husband about. How do I handle it? So it'll be those questions. It'll be a little fun. So Money After Dark, there it is. Join us on the 15th. You can ask these professional women your questions. And if you have some questions that you think, it might be a little risque, or you might not want to do it publicly, you can submit your questions to me anonymously, and then we'll put those questions before the panel. And so we'll do that once a month. I've already started to assemble the panel for March and April. And so that's what I was volunteering Lisa for. So I'm hoping Lisa will join us on one of those panels too, because Lisa is investing. Man, Lisa is a wealth of knowledge. So if you haven't checked out her channel, Lisa J. Stock, get over there and check out her channel as well. So there you have it. Let's get back to it. I'm going to jump in and pull up this chart again so you guys can see where we are. And we'll look at some other ETFs. Let me pull this in. I'm just happy we can get it done, period. Okay, so you guys can see, again, it looks like SDHD kind of dipped down below that price level there. When those candlesticks sit on top of that dotted line, that's support. The moment that they crossed under them and then they're trying to get back up, like now the line, it's on top, that's resistance. The same price support can be, or the same price level can be support and resistance. And we're looking right at it. So that's a good example of how a price level can be support and resistance. You see those four candles trying to come back up, prices coming up, but it looks like it's hit that little ceiling there. That's an example of resistance, where a price level can be resistance. Just a very general piece of information that might be helpful for the traders in the house. When you see a candle or you see price sitting at resistance, now this is just a general kind of, I don't know, just an observation. Generally, that's a good place if you're thinking about getting a put. If you don't think the price is going to continue, if you think it's going to reject off of that resistance, that's a good place to purchase your put. Depending on what everything else that your chart is saying. We don't use just one thing to decide if we're going to enter or exit a trade. But generally you use that price level as protection. So if everything else on your chart, like if your MACD and your RSI and your TTM squeeze is telling you, girl, the price is going down. Price, the trend is about to change, the price is going down. If you get some confluence, if you get some other indicators that tell you price is going down, you want to be as close to that resistance as possible, because that resistance offers you that protection. We've been watching SCHD. How likely is it that SCHD is going to shoot up to $80? Well, we've been watching this stock for a while. We've been watching this ETF. We know how she moves. It doesn't even move. This ETF does not move like that. So it's not very likely that it's going to now, can it? Yes, anything can happen. Big money could do anything. Big money can come in, dump some money, pull stuff out of the market. It can do anything. But historically, if we look back to the left, that's not how SCHD moves. And if you were going to get a put, it would be a good idea to try to get it near resistance so that you have that feeling of protection. And plus, you already know your stock too. So that's a good, hey Shauna, that's another good reason I say, just for myself as a new trader, because I do still consider myself a new trader, you all. I mean, even though it's been about a year, that's a new trader. Trust me, I'm still learning. And so getting in a put, when we're talking about just a straight naked put, just a put, you're buying a put, you want to be close to resistance and use that as your protection. Can it go through that price level? Of course it can, but it generally will kind of slow it down. Now, the opposite is true once it crosses over, and if you find that those candles are sitting on top of that price level, now that same price level has become support. That's a perfect place, if you can, if all the other indicators tell you, oh, shoot, price is going up, you want to get in near support, because support now offers you this kind of protection that it'll slow the price from, dropping too rapidly. Of course, anything can happen, but it's good to just kind of get this in your mind that if you want to purchase a naked call, just a call, you just buying a straight call, you want, if you can, if possible, it's good. It's a good thing to get in near the support. If you are purchasing a put, it's a good thing to try to get in where you have that resistance, that feeling that keeps the price from shooting up unexpectedly. But when you're trading, what we do is we trade the chart. We trade what we see. That's for the traders in the house. But we're looking at SCHD also as our, for me anyway, it's my long hold. And so I have it in my portfolio. I plan to keep it, for a while. It's not something that I am actively trading. When I get back to trading, I probably wouldn't trade SCHD. I don't like the way it moves. It moves too slow for me. So I'm just going to scan this thing. See if we got any questions. Anybody new in the house? Oh, good, Kathy. I'm so glad you said you want me, because I said, wait a minute. Y'all know my voice does this funny thing. Like it'll go up and I'm like, I didn't mean anything. But sometimes the tone, y'all know I'm neurodivergent. Lord knows I am. And so my voice does some funny stuff. But thank you, sister, because God knows. I think as I've gotten older and the wiser you get and you value the people that you have around you, I'm quick to apologize. I am so quick, Lord, because I want peace and harmony. I love the atmosphere that we have created. And I think all of us bring that same energy. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all are not a part of this community, I just don't know. Look, it's like having delicious, fresh, sweet fruit. When you have a delicious peach or some sweet watermelon or what you want to share with your friends, you're like, girl, go get the watermelons. It's the sweetest watermelon I ever had. That's how I feel about the learning community that we're in. It is so supportive. I shared with my sisters. I told you all how I let some money just sit, and I'm just going to confess. Y'all, I let that money sit for 2 full years. I did not pull the trigger. 2 years that money sat because I can share this too. You have some security concerns. I knew where the money was, it was safe because I had told everybody, this is how I'm moving, and I don't let a penny get out of this account. And I felt safe with the money there. I don't know, I wasn't, I don't know. That was part of it. I knew that the money where it was safe. So there you have it. But that's the kind of community, Tasha, I'm not kidding. That's the kind of community it is that you can come and say, y'all, I did this bonehead thing with my money. And nobody bats an eye. Nobody, none of that. Girl, why would you do that? Not a soul. Nobody in that room said that to me. Somebody, as a matter of fact, somebody chimed up and she said, girl, if you think that's bad, this is what I did. And so being able to be transparent like that about money, I promise you it helps, because for most of us there's so much shame, there's anxiety, there's this because we don't know. Many times we don't do things because we don't know. So the beauty of that community is that, one, you can come and you can learn. There's no shame. There's never any of that. There's never any of that energy. It's nothing but supportive Black women who want the same things. We're interested in making our money grow, and you will learn things, because Yvette was the one that shared with me, and it prompted me to move my money. Y'all, I had the doggone Fidelity account. I just shudder to think how much money I could have made over those 2 years had I just moved that money over there. But it's there now. And so it's those kinds of little nuggets that you will get. And you don't get that when you're trading alone or when you're investing alone. You know, I urge you, even if it's not this community, get with a community of women who are talking money, who are educating and sharing with one another. Hey, Natural Ally D, I'm going to be sitting with my sister later this month too. Yes, we're going to do, I'm going to be on her channel for Black History Month. So she's highlighting, I'm not sure if it's just women in finance, but we'll be talking together. And our very own Simi was on, I think Simi's coming up. If you all, I don't know if you guys have done your thing together yet, your collab yet, but I know it's coming up. So you all get over there to Natural Ally D. She's got some great guests that are going to be on her channel this month for Black History Month. So I'm excited. Can you tell? Can you tell? Okay. So we talked about SCHD, and we talked about, look at that price level. You see how that is just sitting there. It's really okay. Now, when it crosses over like that, if it's sitting on top of those candles, if that price goes up, and those candles start to sit on top of that line, that price level has now become support. I want to look at it up close. Yeah, I want to pull it out so you guys can see it. You see that? It's like right there. So that price level is $76.66. And so I'm going to be curious to see how it responds. Will it be able to push through? Generally, for it to push through a price level, if it's a strong one, you're going to need some volume. And you can see here from our volume, we don't have a whole lot of volume here, meaning aren't a whole lot of movement. There are buyers and sellers in the market, constantly all day. But look at it. See, you see how it kind of lost steam? It cannot get above there. And we don't have a lot of volume. You have a lot of volume when you have these very tall volume bars. And the actual number of how many people, buyers and sellers are in the market at any given time. I'm on the 3-minute time frame. So each one of these candlesticks represents 3 minutes of price action. So for the first 3, 6, 9 minutes of the day, the price went down. And I'm not surprised that it was able to break through this, what would have been resistance, because look at all the volume. And now I'm not surprised here when it's trying to get above this. Well, that was support. But right here, it's resistance, because look, you don't have a lot of volume. Generally, to get above or to break through resistance like this, that's where you got that C Just like it's like magic. It's TV magic. I'm back. Y'all know, I'm telling you, I can't stand it. I come back because I keep going live because one, hey Chanel, hey Denise, hey Ashley, I'm so glad you made it. You all know I come back because of y'all, shoot. Because this thing is it's aggravating. I stopped trading totally because you can't trade when your internet is janky. But I come back because I need to be connected to y'all. I really do. So let me jump back in and finish up what I was talking about. We were talking about how a price level can be support and resistance. And so let me pull it back up so you can see. And then we'll move on to another ticker. So, yep, there you go. So the one thing that we have up now, okay, Chanel, can we ask her to repeat this point? Yes, I will absolutely go back through it. Let me see. I'm going to go back to my chart and I'm going to pull it up and make it bigger. I just wanted to show you all this because this is since January. This is from the beginning of the month. And this is price movement hour by hour. And you guys can see for the last 30 days, price has not been able to get above $77.43. I mean, it's not. The ticker does not move like this. So I could safely say, can you really ever say anything safely about the stock market? But it would be reasonable to say tonight, I don't think SCHD is going to shoot up to $100. I mean, that's just kind of safe to say. So we're looking at price over the last month. You can see the dates down at the bottom. So that's January 6, 9, 10, 12, blah, 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 all the way up. So we got 30 days, hour by hour. The price has never gotten above $77. So it's kind of safe to say, just from watching how the ticker moves, that it's probably not going to shoot up to $100. That's just not reasonable. So let me even pull out a little further. And instead of looking at it by the hour, let's look at it every day for the last year. So I'm just going to go right up here to my time frame setup. And I'm going to change this to the 1 hour time frame. And we're going to look at SCHD over the last year. And so every candle that you see represents one day. I'm going to get this out of the way. It represents one day of trading. And this is for the last year. It goes all the way back to February 2023, all the way up to February 2024. And so for an entire year, you guys, the price has never gotten above, let's see, the highest. It has never gotten above $80. Okay. So that's information for you. If you're in this stock, you can see we've had some dips, but we recovered. We had some dips, we recovered. This little, like if you have an uptrend like this and you have this give back or you see price drops, we call that a pullback. It's where the price, like a little breather, price is going up and then you'll notice it takes a little breather and then it goes up and then it may take a little breather and up. That's just how it moves. That's how the stock market moves. You don't want to panic in these little pullbacks or these valleys or these trend reversals, especially if you are a long-term investor. And so I have to make the distinction every night, anytime on here. There are two different folks we're talking to. Most of us are both, but primarily we're investors. And if you're a long-term investor, you know that, price isn't just going to go straight up. It's not linear like that. And price doesn't just go straight down. It kind of does this. It's like this. It goes up and it takes a little breather, a little pullback. And then it continues up and then it gives a little bit back. And then it pulls up and it gives a little bit back. But over time, if you look at it, because if I pull back even further than a year, you'll see it really does continue to just creep up. So let me pull back a little bit more. We're looking at SCHD over 1 year. Let me go back in and I'm going to look at it over the last 20 years. And you can see it. Please tell me you guys can see this, that the way this stock moves is it does this up, give back, up, give back, up. And here, you all know what happened. Was that 20? Yeah, y'all know the pandemonium was happening. whatever was happening. We saw that nasty little dip, and God bless those poor people who jumped off there. You all, you got to have the stomach for long-term investing, because those people who got out there, they could conceivably have lost money where if they'd have just held on. And I don't mean it didn't really take that long for the market to recover. And here you go. Not even, I don't even, it wasn't even 2 years later. Here you have that money back and some more. So that's how the stock market moves. And that's the beauty of anybody who has signed up with us. You have the ability to look at your own chart. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take my word for it. I'm trying to see, I'm trying to look at this on my phone too, you guys, so I can see if I go out. But you have the benefit of this at your fingertips. You can pull back and look at your own stocks. You can look to see what has happened over the last 20 years. So price goes up. That was a nasty little dip. Yes, it was. But then look at the recovery, and it went on, and it goes up and it gives back a little. Let me pull it so you can see. Up, down. It goes down, it goes back up. But overall, if you stick with it, if you stay in your position, it'll go up. I promise you. That's just the nature with, inflation. Everything goes up. Price just goes up. Cars don't get any cheaper. Nobody is buying cars for cheaper than they bought them back in 1976. I mean, it's a market. The stock market is no different than the car market or the egg market or the shoe market. Nobody in the world, at least not in the US, is paying 1940 prices for a car today because price just goes up. It's the nature of, capitalist society. Price goes up. And so don't panic in these valleys. If anything, y'all, that's when you put the pedal to the metal. This is when you buy more, because now instead of paying $77 for this stock, had I been in SCHD, are you kidding me? This was back in 2022, not that long ago. You could have got it for $10 cheaper. And then within a short amount of time, it shoots up. And so, but my point is, when you pull out like that, you can make some generalizations about price action. I think it is really safe to say we've looked at this stock, we've looked at this ETF over the last, let's see, let's pull all the way out. I want to make it smaller. We can look at it since that was 19. I'm going to just slide to the left. That was 2018. It was trading at about $34. And you can just see that price has continued to go up, not in a straight line. So my point is, for our long-term investors, don't panic when prices dip like this. Buy more. It means the stock is on sale. For example, you guys, like, I'm not into Tesla because, I think I don't know, the CEO is just a little erratic. And so I'm not into it. I used to be a Tesla fan, but enough of those antics. But you can see that at one time Tesla traded for $19. And yeah, $19 a share. They had a stock split too, so that could be a little misleading. But the total price at one time was under $100, and y'all, it got as high as $400, and now Tesla is down to $183 a share. In essence, Tesla is on sale, and so if you believe in that company, you might want to pick you up some Tesla, because not that long ago in 2021, Tesla was 400. It was over $400 a share. So now it's trading today at $183. If you believe in that company, you should be happy, because you can get a whole lot more Tesla for $183 than you could when it was $400. That's like half price. Tesla on sale. It's half price, y'all. Go get you some. It's not a stock. It's not something I own. It's not something I'm interested in. But that's my point. Is that real investors do not panic when prices dip like that. If it's a solid company, everything else withstanding, it's a solid company. Maybe there's some economic downturn. You all do know that the U.S. economy is going to recover, and you can realize those gains again. So do not sell. At least that's my advice. Don't sell out of fear. If you just want to exit the stock because you no longer believe in the company, then that's a whole different ball game. But generally, if you panic sell, that's never. I haven't made one good decision in my entire life out of fear. I mean, so the stock market is no different. That's not the place or the time to be fearful. And so let me get back over here. Let me see what's happening in the chat. Um, See, you got a live tonight, Natural Ally D. We need to get over there and support our sister. Yes. Let me see if there are any questions. Just FYI, Lisa J Stocks did a video saying that Walmart is doing a 3-to-1 split. Okay. You all, but there's some we like a stock split because it allows more players to get into the game. Let's say Walmart is trading at $300 a share and they do a 3-to-1 split. That means that they'll take one share. It can be a little misleading, you guys, but they'll take that one $300 share and they'll split it into 3 portions. So now instead of the stock being $300 a share, it'll now be $100 a share, making it more accessible to people. The heat map has changed. Oh Lord, did it go red? Look, let me get over here and see. Hold tight. Yep. And I like it too, because it'll tell you, yeah. It'll tell you what's happening. Yep. Look at Apple's down. So it's probably easier to see what's up. Nvidia is still up. Microsoft is up. Meta is up. Meta, it's Facebook, Amazon. Those are your FANG companies. Apple, let me see what's up. Let me put Apple on my chart. They got something going on. Is it earnings or something? Why is Apple so volatile? I don't know. Let me pull this over so we can see what's happening here. Apple is at 183. It's loading. Apple's 52-week high was just under $200, and Apple is trading at 182. So I don't know, not exactly that it's on sale, but it's certainly off of the 52-week high. QQQ is right near a 52-week high. Nvidia is, that can't be right. The 52-week high, my system must be slow updating. Let me look at Nvidia on a chart. But Nvidia has been cooking. I love to trade Nvidia, y'all. Hey, tea time. What's happening with Apple? I don't know. What a better question is, what's happening with my doggone chart? Let me get back over here. It's slow loading. Let me see. Let's look at this dog stock target. No, it's just slow loading. So that's why y'all can see why I'm not trading. This is why I'm just coming here talking to you all. Okay, so let's look at Nvidia. Y'all, that's one of my favorites. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute chart. Oh, well, we might as well just chat it up then. Sure. Look at Apple on the daily. It's at support. Okay. If I can get my chart to cooperate, I can't look at anything. Somebody, what is it? It's at 180. What's the current price for Apple? Let me look on my phone. Y'all, that's why I keep Robinhood. Everybody is different. Every trader is different. I have Robinhood, but I don't trade through Robinhood, but I keep it on my phone because it's an easy, it's easy access intel. Okay, yeah. Okay, Apple's trading at 183, and that's support. See, I don't have my plot support and resistance plotted for Apple because I don't necessarily trade Apple. So it's at support. Yep. Glad you made it. Tea time. Okay, so we got this chart back up. Let's look at it. I'm looking at Target on the 5-minute chart to see chart. Target made me a little bit of money the other day. Sure did. I think I made like $50 on Target, but we'll see because it had gotten as low as 100. Could you imagine if I was in a trade and that thing did that? Yeah, I'll probably be hanging off one of these balcony off the rails. So we just chatting. We just chatting. That's why I'm not trading. I haven't live traded in mm this thing started acting up once I came back from Vietnam. And so it is what it is. Hi, Alicia. Happy belated birthday, Alicia. We were sending you so much birthday love, birthday love. So I don't know if you like me, girl. We celebrate all month. So happy birthday month to you. Happy birthday season. It's always good to see you in the chat. Okay, so SCHD is one. If you guys have another ticker that you want me to look at, I'm going to get back over here to the chart and just look at some of the other ETFs that we have been looking at in our study group. So hold tight. I'm going to share that with you guys. Let me get over here. Anybody else pull the trigger on an ETF that you care to share? I'll tell you all the ones. You all know I have SCHD. I have VTI. So we'll look at VTI. Ooh, if I was a trader. If I was a trader. Well, no, that don't look so good. But at any rate, so here's VTI. And VTI is a Vanguard ETF. It's a total market. And if you aren't familiar with an ETF, it's an exchange traded fund. And it's like the old school mutual fund. Instead of buying one stock, like buying Apple or buying Tesla or Amazon, when you buy an ETF, you get all, it's particularly this one because there are all kinds of configurations. You can have an ETF that has only tech stocks. You can have an ETF that has healthcare that can be separated by sector, or you can have an ETF that has small cap companies, large cap companies. They can be configured in a number of ways. But the key is that instead of buying one stock, what happens is you get a whole basket. So it's like, why buy one when you can buy the whole market? And VTI is a total market ETF. And so you get everything. And what it does is it tracks an index and it just tries to mirror the return of whatever that index is. And some popular indexes are the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000. And what ETF or brokerage houses will try to do is they will try to get the same stock that those indexes have, and they will try to mirror their return. And so we've been learning in class that a good ETF will have a couple of things. It will have a low expense ratio, and it will do a very good job of tracking the index that it follows. And that's how we can tell if it's a well-run ETF. And so VTI is a pretty good, yeah, we picked some solid ones, y'all. We picked a few Vanguard funds. We had some Schwab funds, a Fidelity fund or two, and we had some iShare funds, all ETFs, because we were looking for just an easy strategy to get into the market. And so if you are not in the stock market, you need to get into the stock market. I'm telling y'all, that's where the money is made. You're never going to work your way to wealth. You are never going to save your way to wealth. The system in that regard is rigged because you think the harder you work, the more money you make, that you're going to be able to amass, like a little nest egg and maybe even a legacy or something to pass on to your children or your grandchildren. Honey, it's not going to happen by work. Ask me how I know. I worked. I did my time. I did the 30 years. Ask me. No, I did not make enough money from my labor to leave that. That's not my legacy. What legacy building for me is going to happen in how I make that money work for me, how I put that money to work in the stock market. When I tell y'all, I would not make it up. I really wish that the world was a safe place where I could just show you my account. I really would, because I would show you. I can show in class, I can show you all. When I tell you, I just woke up and Money just it pops into the account, y'all. I'm not lying to you. Target pays a dividend, even though it's a dog stock. It has not performed very well. That dividend still shows up in my account every 3 months. You can count on it. Moving my money from this no interest paying account over to Fidelity, y'all. It hasn't been there that long. I woke up, it was $25. Fidelity paid whatever the interest is. I don't even know what the rate is. I didn't even care. I was like, 25 extra dollars. What? My stocks appreciated when I looked at it yesterday, it was $88. So just like overnight, I had an additional 100 and something dollars in my account. That's how you make your money work for you. It doesn't sound like a lot, but think about that. Over the course of 10 years, what? It's a whole lot better than buying shoes, which is what I was doing. I'm sorry. I don't know if that was y'all, but I was a shoe man. I had some, I still got shoes. Y'all, I'm not a fan. I moved abroad, y'all. Sold everything, sold the house, all that stuff. Y'all, I still have a storage unit. Ask me what's in it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I got shoes and makeup. It's shoes and boots, not a lot of purses. I got rid of the purses. None of it is making me money. As a matter of fact, it's costing me money. It's costing me $60 a month to keep up with this doggone thing. So, yes, my money got to work double time because I got to make up for some of the foolishness I did in my younger days. And so that's what we're talking about. We really have a two-pronged approach. Make your money work for you in your investments. But if you really want to accelerate things, like you really want to get you want to generate some cash, some little cash flow for another kind of drip, y'all better get over here and talk to Kanicia. Y'all better get in here and talk to C-Temp. C-Temp has shared this strategy. C-Temp is an experienced trader. She's been trading for a while, and she trades primarily credit spreads. I'm telling you all. If you haven't been in class, you'd have to see it to believe it. When I tell you she keeps meticulous notes, her trading journal is enviable. I just that's the part that I want to up my game. Hey, living my dream, another veteran trader. But y'all living my dream trade with other people money. So you got to be real good if you trade with other folk money. So you all get over there and watch what he's doing. I'm telling you, you can learn something from everybody. There's learning to be had all around. You just need to seek. You heard that saying that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Lord knows that's the truth. So we've got some folks right here with us. They drop in the chat. They are so willing to share what they know. And C-Temp is going to, as a matter of fact, she's already up and running. She has put together a beautiful package for how to trade credit spreads. You all, I don't know. I never traded credit spreads before, but when C-Temp was explaining it to us, I'm like, she gets to put her trade on, and she isn't biting her nails. She's sitting back cooling her heels. She's cooking eggs and talking to her baby. She's doing all kind of stuff. I want to trade like that. I'm a trader at heart. I don't know what it is. I'm just hooked. I like the thought of being able to make money in that way. In the market, it's me against the candlesticks. I'm out here making money. You can make money with your computer. All you need is a computer and a good, strong internet connection. You can't be like me out here in the world. So as soon as I get my internet straight, I promise you. So I'm taking C-Temp's class. She has a class. And then she can talk about it with y'all in the chat if y'all need to. She's in the chat, so you can ask her questions. Starting next week. Her class starts next week, and she's going to take us from start to finish and teach us the strategy of credit spreads. Baby, I'm going to be there. Y'all already know I'm going to be there. And I'm telling y'all, I'm stalking this doggone the mailman because my little wireless router thing is supposed to be delivered by FedEx. But every time I look up, y'all, it's still sitting. It's either in Japan. It's somewhere in Japan. I don't know, some little town. But at any rate, as soon as I get my internet on, baby, I'm trying to be ready. So I'm taking the class too. So starting next week, we'll be dropping. I think can we get Tim, can you put the link in the chat? If you can't put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I know you can put it in the comments. If either you or Marilyn can get the link to your class in the chat. If you can't get it in the chat, put it in the comments section, because I know you can't click on it in the chat, but you can click on it in the comments. So please, see Tim, put the link to the class in the comments as well. And so yeah, so I'm going to be taking her class for credit spreads, and she's got a whole bevy. When I tell you my friends are smart, my friends are smart. She's got a whole bevy of products, y'all. If you saw her trading journal, you can purchase her trading journal template. It was very reasonably priced. You need that. If you do not have a trading journal, she put it together. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. Every good trader has to have a way to examine your trade. First of all, before you even get into the trade, you need to know there's some things you need to know. You need to have a trading plan. And so she has put together this beautiful spreadsheet so that you will know exactly what you're doing, where you're getting into this trade, where you're getting out, what you want your profit to be. These are all things you should know. Nobody, you'll have come on here and seen me just like jump into a trade without anything and just that is play. Y'all, you have to understand most times or many times I'm just showing you how to get in and out of a trade. That is not how real traders trade. Trading is a disciplined. It's a disciplined hobby. You do not enter it lightly. Now, if we're in paper money and we're talking about new traders, we're in our paper money account and we just want to practice, how do you get in and out quickly? Or, what is a setup you might look for? That's a whole different ball game. But when you're talking about your real money, you have a trading plan. You understand what I'm saying? And you follow the trading plan. And when it goes to plan, then you generally are successful. You'll have yourself a green day. If you have a red day and they happen, you still use your trading plan. You go back, you examine your entry, you examine your exit, you go back and figure out, well, where did I go wrong? It's the reflection, the reflective part. That's how you become a better trader. So if there's anybody sitting in here thinking this is a get rich quick scheme, don't do it. Please don't do it, because you may be successful for a little while, but if you're not disciplined, if you don't study, excuse me, I just don't think you can over the long haul be a successful trader without being disciplined, being organized, having a method. Some traders, they have a particular setup that they look for, and that's what they trade. They look for that setup, they trade it. I, for one, personally like trading the same ticker as a new trader. I don't advise anybody to jump around. If you're a professional, that's a whole different ball game. I've seen living my dream. He can trade 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. That's so lovely. I can't do that. I that's not wise for me, because number one, I haven't studied that ticker. I haven't plotted support and resistance. I don't have any trend lines on that chart. No, that's a good way to lose your money. But if you are interested in becoming a better trader, a disciplined trader, you have a trading plan, you understand how to plot, you understand price levels, you understand price action. Man, you better get in this class. I'm telling you, these credit spreads they're very interesting, because it just feels like it's a little less stressful. Her strategy feels a little less stressful. And so I will be in, yep, Elle said you need to know your own temperament too. Yep. I say trading is the one thing. It's like looking in a mirror, baby. You don't have to, you might not want to look at yourself, but trading will make you look at yourself every day. Because you'll know if you're not disciplined, because you'll do the same stupid thing over and over again and you'll lose your money. Or if you lack control, if you can't be reasonable under pressure, because when that money is on the table, it's a whole different ball game. To me, I think you should have practiced whatever your strategy is to the place that it's almost like muscle memory. You have done this, you understand your setup, you know what you trade, so much so that when the pressure comes, you're just almost automated. You understand how to get in. You know that platform so heck? You got to be smart. Am I back? I'm back, y'all. Oh my God, am I here? Anyway, yes, y'all listen to some of these veteran traders in the chat. Y'all let me know if I'm back. I don't know if I'm here or not. But yes, trading is a mental game. Yeah, it is not. I don't want anybody to think that you could just jump in and be like, we good. Okay. I don't want you to think you could just jump in once you learn, get a little bit under your belt. Nope. I think for me, what I like about trading, thank you, sister, is that for me, it encourages me to keep learning. Just when you think you know, you can never, I don't feel like you can ever know it all. I think you can become a proficient trader, but I don't feel like anybody knows it all. And so it challenges me to keep up in my game. I'm back living my dream. Y'all saw me, I'm sitting here like Lulu. Trading is a challenge, but it's a personal challenge. Like it's not a competitive sport. Like I'm not competing against anybody, like trying to be a better trader than living my dream or a better trader than C Temp. No, it's me. It's me and the chart. It's me and the candlesticks. It's me trying to get to the money on the other side. And I know that if I'm going to be successful, if I'm going to set myself up to have every opportunity to be successful, to be a successful trader, it's some stuff you got to have in place. And I'm telling you, if you're an undisciplined person, this might not be the hobby for you. If you are emotionally in a bad place, this might not be the time. Hold tight. Because revenge trading is a real thing. That's a real thing. And that's when people, have you heard people say trading is like gambling? Trading is really not gambling unless you make it like gambling. Anybody ever been to casino? Lord knows I have. And you're down some money and then you start putting more money in trying to chase. That's gambling. But that's a personality trait because at any moment of the day, you have the opportunity to close your computer, just like you have the opportunity to walk away from a slot machine. But if you can't do that and you know that about yourself, you might want to do so. You might want to just invest. Invest with us. Do the long-term investing and stay away from trading until you can master your emotions because that is a real component. You can have the best plan. I swear to goodness. You can read a chart. You could be a tech wizard. You know your ticker. You know all the news. You on top of things. But if emotionally you're an emotional upset, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling y'all, and any trader in here will tell you at one point or another, we've probably all done it where you just make some poor choices when what you really should have done was close your computer. You should have just said, you know what? Let me go fix myself. Let me go study. Let me go look at these bad trades. And for me, a key sign for me is if I have 3 or 4 trades in a row that didn't go well, I sit myself out. I didn't do that in the beginning, but now I give myself a timeout. It's like, yeah, you need a timeout because clearly something is amiss. Something is off. Either you're rushing, something is not right. And so that would be my advice to new traders. Get you some good training for sure, but check yourself. You know yourself better than I do. And if you are like going through something right now, I mean, it could be anything, don't do it. This just invest because investing is way less stressful. You put that money, you make a good choice, you put it, and then you just have to be a good steward. You just kind of monitor. That's a whole different ball game than going. I liken trading until y'all ever seen that game Frogger, where you have to hop with the frog would have to hop across the lanes of traffic. That's trading. You literally are running out into the street trying to scoop these coins off, scoop these coins up and get back to the sidewalk without getting your tail smacked. That's trading because every day you're risking money to make money. And so CTEMP's strategy, though, of credit spreads, the reason that's so attractive to me is that you can set your trade up where you aren't risking so much of your money. You have a little bit more control because when you're buying and selling credit spreads, it's my understanding, I am no expert. Y'all better talk to CTM, that you are actually taking the premium in first. And then you're just basically waiting for the clock to run out and hoping that that trade stays in your favor and that you get to keep the premium. So in that regard, it's a little less risky game of Frogger, but it's still where you are out here every day. I think it's the thrill for me too. I'm man, you please don't give me a puzzle and tell me I can't do it. I'm gonna show you I can. Oh, I'm gonna sit with that puzzle until I figure it out. And so for me, trading is a challenge. It's like a puzzle. And I love it when somebody is sitting on the sidelines talking about, well, she don't know what she's doing. Just hold tight. Wait right there. Hold my beer. I'll be back. Give me 6 months, because for sure I am way smarter in terms of, I'm way more knowledgeable, I'll say that, in terms of what the trading game entails than I was a year ago. I mean, that's anybody. If you do anything for a year, if you do it every day for a year, you're going to be a little better than you were, 10 months ago. So that's my spiel for traders, that this is not get rich quick. You really do have to discipline yourself to learn the game. And if you want to give yourself the best chance at being successful, see Tim, because that trading plan, I'm telling you, her whole trading journal is going to be the structure that you need so that you can go back and reflect good trades and bad trades. We don't just reflect over bad trades. You look at your good trades too. Like, why were they successful? Because that's what you want to do. You want to repeat the successful stuff. You want to study that trading plan in your trading journal. So make sure that you all get with CTIM. I see that they got the link in the chat. Man, when she showed me that, I was like, girl, I would sign me up for the Christian Jubilee and sign my name on the roll, because I'm coming to play. I want to be, I mean, one day maybe I'll be as good as living my dream. Maybe one day I'll trade with somebody's money. I think I could do it, you all. And I think we all can if you put in the time. It's just, will you put in the time to learn the skill? And do you have the temperament for it? And can you maintain your cool and your composure? Because I promise you, when there's real money on the table, it's a whole different ball game. And so y'all, let's look at, I'm gonna roll back over here to this chart real quick just to see. But I want to roll back to SCHD, because I want you to see what I'm saying about how SCHD moves. And if you could be the newest trader in the world, just from looking at that chart over the last year, you can make some generalizations. That price has never gotten above $80. How likely is it? It just be a very simple generalization like that. How likely is it that tonight or any trading day this week or next week that stock is going to shoot up to $100? Probably not very likely. And so you begin to, if you study one ticker, you can start to see the personality of that ticker. You get to see how fast it moves or how slow it moves, or what's the price range that it moves in a day. And all of those things kind of help inform your decision making when you're trading. Now, if you're a long-term investor, like most of the girlies in our group, then this is just chatter. We're just chatting it up, because you don't care about the daily in and out. You know what I'm saying? You're in it for the long haul. But that is still good information to know, because I don't want anybody thinking that you dump a couple $1,000s in the SCHD. That thing is not going to shoot up to $300 tomorrow. I mean, I don't know what kind of conditions it would take for it to shoot up like that, but that's not how the stock market moves. So I think the more you watch your charts, the more we have these kind of talks, just really money talks, trading talk, investing talk, you kind of get to see how the stock market moves. Are there fast movers out there? Heck yeah. Y'all want to look at NVIDIA? That's my baby. QQQ used to be my baby. Now NVIDIA is my baby. So let me put it back up in here. I'm going to go and pull up NVIDIA just so we can see. Because the last time I looked at NVIDIA, where is she? Ooh, 650. I don't know if that's a 52, if it's at the high. Let me see. I don't know, but man, you wait till I get me some internet. I'm gonna be trading me some NVIDIA. Look at it. Look at her. That's a thing of beauty. I was talking to somebody about this. When you see these candles all above these SMAs like that, and you've got these nice bodies, big body candles, very little wicking, man, that's a beautiful thing to see. That's 5, 10, 15, about 20 minutes of price going up. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. And then so it does this same look. I call it the bunny hop move. It goes up and then it seeks out that moving average, and then it'll continue to go up. As long as it's up above those, you know what this is telling us. This green is my 200-day simple moving average. The pink is my 50-day moving average. The yellow, I use a 20-day, is my 20-day moving average. And this blue is my 9-day moving average. And all that is, it kind of gives you reference. So I can honestly just look at this, and you don't have to know a lot. You don't have to be a technician to know that the price is above the average price over the last 200 days. Oh, that's an uptrend. The price is trading above every price it has been, for the last 9, 20, 50, and 200 days. That's an uptrend. When you see those candlesticks dip below, when you see them down below this 200, you can generally say, especially if they're going down and they're red, you're in a downtrend because the price is lower than it's been over the last 200 days. And so don't be intimidated by all these squiggly lines and these little symbols up top. It's the only thing the top of this chart is telling you is what the price is doing. Candlesticks help us keep track of the price. I'm on the 5-minute time frame. And so candlesticks help us keep track what price did in 5 minutes. This candle, if you look at the bottom of your green candles open at the bottom and they close at the top. And all this, am I gone, y'all? Oh, I'm here. Am I here? Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I have to check. Am I still here? Because Lord knows I've been going on. I can talk. But the candlesticks at the top of that chart, it's just price. So if you're a new trader and you're looking at it, you're like, what the hell? No, don't. I promise you, the breakdown is so easy. Price at the top. That's all. There's nothing else. Ain't nothing else going on. Nothing. You don't need a calculator. You don't need some special formula. You can get 4 to 5 pieces of information from one candlestick. You get the high, the low, you get the open and the close. And then I say that fifth piece of information is if you look at a green candle, it's green, you just know the price went up. And anybody could do that. I could teach that to a kindergartner. If you look at a red candle, it's telling you the price went down. If you see a green candle, it's telling you the price went up. That's a piece of information. You don't have to be a technician. Looking at any one candlestick, I'm going to make this bigger. Let me get over here so I can make it bigger for you guys. And make sure I hit the right thing. Nope, not that. Okay, I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. So let's take this candle here for new traders. If you just tuned in, you're like, girl, what are you talking about? This is the candlestick. This solid part here is called the body. These things that are sticking out are called wicks. Sometimes they'll be called a shadow, but most times people call those wicks. And so what are the 4? I say there are 5 pieces of information that you can get from any candlestick. One is just looking at it. If it's green, you know the price went up. That's one piece of information. Green candles open at the bottom. So we understand the opening price for this 5-minute time frame. And the opening price was approximately $640.85. So we can tell you the opening price. If you go up to the top of the body, right at the top, it's $645 and looks like 30 cents. Now you understand the close. Where did that price close in 5 minutes? We just gave you 3 pieces of information. We know price went up because the candle green. We know what it opened at. We know what it closed at. And then if you look at this very bottom wick, That's the lowest the price ever got in those 5 minutes. So we know the low for the 5 minutes. I'm coming back. Yeah, we got about 12 more minutes, you guys. So just hang in there. It'll be 11 o'clock soon. And y'all know I got to go to bed. I've been up all day. Okay. So we were talking about candlesticks, the 5 pieces of information you can get. And that's for, I'm talking about anybody. When I tell you literally we could teach that, we could teach a kindergartner to read the money part of a chart. The top of that chart is talking about nothing but money, how money moves over whatever the time frame is. Oh Lord, I done broke out into a whole sweat. Oh, that ain't ladylike. That's not ladylike at all. So anyway, that's it. And then underneath price is volume. Volume just talks about how many players are in the game at any given time. So let me pull it back up because I'm gonna wrap this situation up because I done broke out into a whole sweat over here. Okay, so let me make sure you guys can see this first of all. Okay, so the top of our chart talks about money. We talked about these simple moving averages, and there's another in all traders find their own way. You find your own style. I like simple moving averages. Some people like exponential moving averages. The difference, a simple moving average is just what they say. They take the average price over the last 9 days, they average it out, they put these points on the line, they plot this line. The exponential moving average gives more credence to the most accurate price information, where with your simple moving average, all the days are just averaged together. But an exponential moving average will put more weight, especially like if you use your 200. That makes sense, doesn't it? That an exponential moving average, especially a 200 day or one of those bigger time frames, that they would give more credence to the most recent price action. Because 200 days ago in trading time, that's almost a year ago. How relevant is that price information from a year ago? And so an exponential moving average puts more weight on the most current price information. But to be honest with you all, they really all serve one purpose, which is to kind of give you a reference point so that you will know, are you trading above that price, the average price, or are you trading below? It helps you decide if you're in an uptrend or a downtrend. This part of the chart, I hope I'm still with y'all. This part of the chart down here, that's your volume. Volume does nothing but tell you how many players in the game. We know this is a real market. Every moment of the day during the trading day, there's buying and selling, buying and selling. Sometimes there's more buying and selling. And generally, we know that first thing in the morning, we get a lot of trading volume. We know that brokerage houses and, the rich folks on Wall Street, they go to lunch, they having martini lunches, they kicking it, they doing all kind of foolishness, y'all, during the middle of the day. And so you'll notice that the volume will go down on regular trading days. Now, if there's some news happening, you can have volatility throughout the day. But if it's a regular trading day, generally you'll see those volume bars get really tiny. That means it's not a lot of people. Folks is kicking it. They doing whatever it is they doing. Or it could be that like your scalpers that come in first thing in the morning and make that little money first thing in the morning, they're gone. They've exited the market. especially if they traded Nvidia. That's what I would have did. I'd have got in here and did that little scalp. And then you see the red candles come in. You have to understand the psychology of traders. They've probably taken some profit, them people at the beach. So they're out of the market. And then you see this lull in the middle of the day, and then you'll see it pick up once everybody comes back from lunch. And you'll see some more, your trading bars will be a little taller. So when I tell you this isn't the hard part, at least for me, it's not. Understanding the chart, I think maybe that's why I like it, because it's the easiest part for me to master is reading price action. I understand what the volume bars mean. And then these indicators, everybody picks their favorites. What you like might not work for me. I personally like my training wheels. This is how I was trained. That in my formal class, I was taught to use a MACD, a RSI, not a TTM squeeze. The TTM squeeze is a new indicator for me, but still, I like that one. Am I still on here, y'all, with y'all? We'll see. Okay. I'm still here. Somebody tell me if I'm still here. drop a hand wave or something. I thought sweat is liquid glitter. Girl, it better be, because I'm telling you. We got a few more minutes. So if there's anything y'all want me to look at, Lemon My Dream said, trading NVIDIA got me shook. I don't even trade that in the sim. I know my ego would hop to a real trade if I got used to that. I'm telling you, man, I have made some good money. I've made some good money on NVIDIA. The only thing is, you do have to be careful with her because she will snap your neck. NVIDIA, and it moves quickly too. But if you study it, like I'm a studier. Y'all, I told y'all, and I did this. I don't recommend this, but I'm telling you, it's a way. When I first started trading QQQ, this is my hand before God. I wouldn't make it up. People were with me. Tara was with me. Y'all remember Frank? Frank used to trade with us. I would write the price down in a notebook. I would write the price down I don't know, maybe every 30 seconds. Seriously, I was obsessed. I would write the price down. And what it did was, it was like my own personal study in QQQ. I understood how much she tended to move, like in any given time frame. Like if I was on the 3-minute time frame, I understood that, like at the 25 cent, the 50 cent, the cent, not maybe so much at the 75 cent, at the dollar mark, QQQ behaved a particular way. I'm not telling you that you need to sit down and just, because that's what the candles do. The candles do that. It tracks the price. But baby, if you really want to study one ticker and you want to get to know how price moves and the behavior of it, I challenge you, get you a notebook and write down the price. Just write it down. I did that for days. When I tell you, I had notebooks of nothing but price. And then I don't know, I had this really funny shorthand. Like I would mark off when it would get stuck. Like I'm telling you, it would behave a particular way around 25 cents. And as I made these notes in my notebook, I could go back and see the pattern of how QQQ traded. Man, best thing, it was such a good practice. But I wasn't actually in a trade because I was really just studying this ticker. I don't do it anymore because now I have that insight. But as a new trader, it was so valuable because every ticker has its own personality. Nvidia does not move like QQQ. Nvidia will kick your butt because Nvidia will jump up 10 cent, 15 cent. It moves. It's volatile. It's very volatile, as opposed to something like Ford. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're a new trader and you just can't stay out the game and you just got to get some skin in the game, trade Ford. Just trade Ford. You can get you a couple contracts. You can put $100 in. You can't hurt yourself. You're not gonna kick yourself. Don't even fool with Nvidia. Nvidia is something to trade, to paper trade. QQQ, you paper trade until you're ready. But Ford is one of those, now you got a couple $100 you willing to play with, then go for it. When I don't want to be stressed, I'll trade Ford. Like if I just want to be in the game, because you can still make money. Ford can still make you money. Everybody knows I don't buy more than 3 contracts. That's just the way I roll because I'm not interested. That's the way I roll. But once you perfect your strategy, trading is the easiest business in the world to scale up. You just simply, if you can get 7, 8 trades in a row, you got a strategy that works. You buying 2 or 3 contracts, and you got in your trading journal looks good. You got a bunch of green days in there. Maybe you're ready to scale up. Maybe buy 4 contracts. That's how you can make money trading options. Or you can sign up for CTIM's credit spread class. I'm telling y'all, and take all the stress out of it, period. Because when that girl told me she was making eggs while she was trading, I was like, I'm clearly doing something wrong. Because, baby, I ain't never scrambled an egg in a trade. Never, 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 never. I have never. I sit with my trade. I baby my trade. But that's how I started, too. Y'all, seriously, I started. Marilyn saw it. I would write down the price. I'm talking about notebooks, notebooks, and notebooks of nothing but price. It was the best thing I could have done for myself as a new trader. Yeah, I want eggs too. Don't you want some eggs, Yvette? And then once CTIM gets us straight with our new trading strategy, I'm telling you, being able to get in and out of a trade quickly, being proficient with the platform is another thing that's going to save you so much stress. How to set up your platform for your comfort, because what works for me might not work for you. And when I tell y'all, don't nobody know that Thinkorswim platform, nobody that I know that's in our community. And if so, if you know it, you better raise your hand now. Don't be sitting holding out. But Yvette knows that platform inside and out. And so what I love about the women in our community is that we confess. I confess right away, girl, I don't know that. I don't know how to do that. But you showed me how to do that. And they will show us. They are so gracious with their talent. They're so gracious with their time. And so I'm looking forward to, I hope on Wednesday, Yvette will show us a little something, a few more tricks of the trade. So you all make sure that you get to class. And if you have not signed up for a one-on-one consultation, what are you waiting for? You are not going to find a nicer bunch of ladies. I should have asked Living My Dream if he would come and talk with us one day. Is he gone? Has he left the chat? Y'all remind me to ask Living My Dream if he will come, because I know the ladies had some questions and I wrote them down. We wanted to talk about taxes and trading, how to handle capital gains. And then Tasha was here. Tasha's our CPA. I need to ask Tasha if she will come and speak to the ladies one Wednesday so that we can get our questions answered. I did write those down. Living My Dream, is he here or did he leave? We need him to come and speak. I want to say, did he speak to us one time before? I know Johnny came and did something. We'll get him next time, y'all. Don't let me forget. Do not let me forget. Okay, so we need to get, oh, yes. We meet are you Central Time? It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And if you would come, we would sure appreciate it. We're there for 2 hours, but we would make time for you. We are always respectful of the people who come and share their expertise with us. But we just would love to pick your brain any Wednesday. You're Eastern, beautiful. So we start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. And so we need to talk, because if you could do it, that would be great. Yay. Okay. I'll reach out to you. Oh, can you email me at fromlack2legacy@gmail.com, and then we can chat and we can get you the Zoom link, and we can kind of talk about some things that the ladies might need to hear from you. That would be none but love. And then we need to get Tasha when she comes back into the chat, because she can talk to us maybe about the tax implications too. From lack2legacy@gmail.com. And we'll get something coordinated. Thank you, Living My Dream. See, that's what I'm talking. You see what I'm saying? Just a lovely community. So, ladies, we will be back here. I got to get ready to go to bed, y'all. Plus, this thing is going to go out again. If you have some questions, email me your questions, and then that way I will know who we need to get to come and speak to us. I know we need to get somebody in that can talk about taxes. Somebody said the RMD. I don't even know. Thank you, living my dream. I'll check it when I get off, and then I'll be in touch. I know. Don't you love it? See, tea time. You see how that happens? You see just a love fest. And we love sharing information. So if you are not connected with the trading community, if you are not connected with an investing community, we do both. We really do. And I have found that I really like the beginning part. I want to make sure that you have the basics, like the basics of investing. We go all the way back. As a matter of fact, this week on the 8th, I start a new 4-week class, the introduction to the stock market. I'm talking about what is a stock? What is an IPO? What are your stockholders? What are stockholders' rights and responsibilities? We go all the way back. Hey, Latoya, you should be ready. Oh, yes. Are you on my schedule? Ready for a consultation tomorrow? I'm ready. Whoever's on the schedule, y'all know I'm ready. I stay ready. That's my favorite part. The one-on-one. I like the one-on-one. Y'all know my teacher. Lulu, Lulu. Okay, so this is it. I am gonna wrap up, you guys. But send me your questions, please, please, please. Send me your questions. Oh, I don't even know what that is. A cute little chat popped up. But send me your questions, Yvette. Tell me. Okay, I don't know. I'm doing too many things. My sister's over here having a conversation. I'm trying to eavesdrop over here, and I'm trying to wrap this up with you guys. But if you aren't affiliated with a trading group or an investing group, please consider us. I promise you, you will not regret it. It's so loving over there. I look forward to it on Wednesdays. So inviting, so smart. The women in there are super smart, but they're kind. When I tell you kind, I need kindness around me. And so you will definitely find kind, warm, receptive, knowledge sharing, no gatekeeping. It's phenomenal, and we really try to protect that environment. So join us on Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 10 o'clock, 2 hours. And then Thursday, CTEMP starts her class on credit spreads. I'm telling y'all, it's not too late. You got a whole week to get that information and get signed up for her credit spread class. Now, I would say, yeah, I think you can I think they put it in the comment section too. But she'll be doing that class. It's 2 hours. So you can come on Wednesday, get your basic stuff, get your basic investing, get some basic talk about options trading, and then CTEMP on Thursday. It's her first class. I want to say it's the 8th, whatever Thursday is next week. And she will start then. And then I'm not sure. I think Yvette is doing something with us on Wednesday with our platform. Don't quote me on that. I have to, before I start committing Yvette to stuff, but it'll be a good time, y'all. Okay. Like, subscribe. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. Share with your friends. Surely you want other Black women to make money. Somebody put on a vertical. I cannot do this with them. They are over here having a chat, and I want to be a part of this chat. So I got to sign off because I got to talk to my sisters. I need to get in there and in that conversation and see what they're talking about. Anybody talking trading, talking money, you talking my language. So I will try to wrap us up some guest speakers to come and sit with us this Wednesday so that we can all increase our knowledge, so that we can all become better investors and better traders. Please sign up for the 1000 Black Woman Brokerage Account Challenge. That's the challenge that I'm running. And I have given myself, I said a year, but who knows? I'm not going to stop until we have 1000 Black women opening brokerage accounts, and we want to walk you through to your first investment. How do you get in the stock market? It's not as hard as you think. I promise you. And we aren't investing in any risky things. We do our research. We research together. Not, I'm not just telling you pick this stock. Nope, I am not qualified to give that kind of advice. But what we do is we show you the tools. There are tools online where you can evaluate ETFs. There are websites. You have a brokerage account. You have a broker at your fingertips. So we want to show you how to put all those pieces together so that you can make an informed decision about your own investments. And we're not talking about starting out with $10,000. If you open up a Schwab account, you can purchase what is called a slice or a fractional share for as little as $5 or $10. So there's no excuse. I don't want to hear anybody saying, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. We only take 2 hours a week to do that. And you don't even have to stay the entire 2 hours. You can come for the first hour, which is investing. The second hour is when we talk about options trading, and we talk about very basic concepts, and we will talk about it ad nauseum. We don't get tired, so you can ask the same question over and over again. Nobody rolls their eyes, nobody sighs, nobody gives you side eyes, nothing like that. So please think about it. Join us. We would love to have you. And you see, we got professionals coming in, talking to us. Living my dream. I'm gonna talk with him when I get off of here. I'll email you, and then we'll see that we can get something on the books. All right, folks, that's my time because this thing is about to go out again anyway. My little bar is like this. It's so weak. Y'all pray that my thing gets here. As soon as it does, I'm back in the game, and I'll keep you all posted. Thanks, loves. I will see y'all next time. I'm going to be coming on next week a little bit more. I need to get on here. I really do. So I will see you guys for live trading next week. Set your notifications too, because y'all know I don't have no set schedule. It's just kind of, when I do it. But set your notifications so you will know when we go live. All right, y'all. I'm out. Bye.